Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today marks 1 year since this giant mess started officially. A year ago today, all of this was declared a giant global mess. And it has been a wild ride. In that time, globally, there have been 118 million cases, 2.6 million lost. In the United States, we have lost more than 500,000, a little less than 20%. You know, the thing is, we have less than 5% of the world's population. But we have 20% of the lost. How did that happen? How did that occur? We have the infrastructure. We have the research. We had the plans. We had the capability to mitigate. So how did we fail this badly? What happened? What were we missing? Leadership. And I'm not just talking about the one guy, although he certainly had a lot to do with it. I'm talking about other people who were in the public eye. People who downplayed it at every opportunity. Even once evidence emerged that they were wrong. Even once it started to spread. Even once it became apparent that the plans that we've had on the books that had protected us in the past either weren't being enacted or weren't going to work. They still downplayed it. Those people failed this country. They failed 500,000 people. And I know somebody's going to say, well, the other countries are obviously underreporting. Yes, the entire world is lying. The entire world is lying. It's not because in the United States we had a whole bunch of people convincing others that masks were the enemy. That everybody should just go about their lives, sacrifice themselves on the altar of the stock market. Couldn't be that. Everybody else is lying. And even if they were, understand the amount of underreporting it would have to take place to even remotely make this okay. It's not realistic. It's not realistic. We failed. The United States failed. 5%, less than 5% of the world's population, and a little less than 20% of the loss. In the most powerful country on the planet, we're number one. USA. USA. And people will wave their flags. How did that happen? Because there are people in this country that have become experts at pushing people's buttons and getting them to ignore what matters. Because we're the United States. We've been so comfortable for so long that we can't recognize danger on danger's face. Everything will be all right. It can't happen here. USA. And these are the same people today that, while all of the problems in this country have been exposed over the last year, they have their followers focusing on Dr. Seuss books, getting them to say that there's no way there's racist imagery in it. 5 of the 6 books that were published before segregation ended. Because that's what matters. Not the fact that we're just a complete failure. As a nation, something very basic that a nation should be capable of dealing with. We failed. There is a bit of good news in this. All of the problems were laid bare. And on some level, I feel incredibly lucky to be alive right now. And not because I'm not one of the 500,000, but because the ground is ready. This country is ready for change. The question is, are we going to have the leadership? Are we going to have the people step up and move this country forward and tackle the tough issues? Or are we going to continue to just be against stuff? Are we going to come up with a plan? Are we going to work to make our communities stronger and better and more resilient so this doesn't happen again? So this kind of failure can't occur because of some talking heads. I hope so. I hope that's where we're headed. I would like to see that myself. We're nearing the end of this, unless people can be convinced to put themselves in situations where it just reignites another surge. But we're nearing the end of this, hopefully. And when we come out of it, we have to be ready to get to work. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.